Okay,
Sorry.
sounds good. Oh, everyone's outside. Well, lots of people are outside. It looks beautiful there.
Oh yeah, they're actually doing like a fire drill or something, or
Oh,
earthquake drill. Yeah,
oh,
so they're still outside.
hi, everybody.
When are you guys coming in? Oh, Caitlin, when are you guys coming in on the classroom? Or are you gonna do it outside? Or let's say Valeria. Valeria, when are you guys coming in?
We're having a fire drill right now.
Or fire drill. Okay, when is it gonna be done or something?
Answer right now. We're about to what? Oh, I do so.
I love this.
We're about to be done. We're gonna go into the classrooms right now.
Okay, gotcha. We're just gonna go ahead
Okay.
and wait. I was like so surprised. I was surprised, but then I know, yeah, they were doing a fire drill.
It
So
looks so beautiful to see all your faces in the clouds. I love this.
yeah, it looks so good. They have the same background, like
Yes.
really so pretty. Like the
Jason's
background.
got this like sunshine coming in through the corner. It looks so special.
Yeah, Miss Finley is there too, under Caitlin Rodriguez. I think she froze.
I
Say hi to
love
Miss
this.
Finley for me.
America, you're somewhere else today, it looks like. Are you at home?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Okay, okay, nice. You're missing the fire drill today.
All right, let's see. We're gonna wait for them for like a little bit. Um,
Miss Finley wanted to tell you guys that we're gonna walk back into the classroom right now, and some students are having difficulty entering, and we're I don't even have it on.
sure, no worries. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. We're just gonna wait. How many students do we have again this class, Johanna? 27? Okay, including alumni? Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. All right.
I love this.
They're out in the sun and it's so cute. Like all of their background. All right. Well, just wait for them to walk. Okay, some of them don't have phones, I think, or they're only able to access the Zoom via computer because they usually have computers. So
Yeah,
that's,
I think it will be hard to do the workbook without the
yeah. Oh, yeah, that one too. It's hard. Yeah, just using the phone.
maybe we skip the breakout for today, just time
Yeah.
wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
We'll get that next week. We'll get that in next.
Mhm. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Great,
Feels good
great.
to be back.
Yeah, we're so good that you're back. All of you guys. Are you gonna go on a GA Finance Park field trip?
I was looking into the dates. I'm looking at my availability to go, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. We'd love to see you there, even though I'm not gonna be there, but we'd love to have you there. That'll be amazing. You're also gonna meet Amanda, one of our new staff.
I'll be there. Everyone should come. February 7th or the 14th. It's going to be a great time.
Definitely.
And they have the option of going to either one of those.
Either
Yeah,
one.
one of
Okay,
those. Correct.
awesome. Amanda, have you been already?
No,
No. Okay,
I
that
have
sounds
not. I'm excited.
fun. That sounds
Yeah.
so fun.
Sounds so great. I wish I could go on field trips though. It'd be amazing. I'd be like, oh, running around and do stuff.
Yeah. You should come.
I was like, Michelle, I'm gonna take a picture of everyone because even with myself, I currently have like a 2 terabyte subscription in Google storage because I take a lot of pictures, like literally. And currently I have 1 terabyte worth of pictures and videos and stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
wow.
a lot. All right. They're walking. They're almost there, I think.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a private tour of Banning.
Yeah.
The football field, the hallways. I love this.
Yeah. I think Carlos used to teach also directly in Banning. Like, he teach like workshops. I think youth champions workshops in Banning too.
Okay.
Yeah, do it like in person. I'm
Oh,
not sure if
very
he did it last
cool.
year because he was a bit busy, I guess. But yeah,
Okay.
you can do it.
Oh, how fun. I would love to go to Banning someday.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Especially like in January or February when it's 60 degrees there and not 20 here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Super great. Okay, so I think we can start with the announcement while they're walking.
Okay, sounds
So,
good.
yeah. Okay, hello everyone. I know you still are going to your classroom right now. Oh, I think they froze. Okay, I'll just do the announcements later. I'm so sorry. I'll just do the announcements like a little bit. They froze. Okay. Mm. All right, they're already in the classroom, the famous red background.
There we go. Okay, here comes a bunch of folk. All right.
Okay. Do we still do the poll, Megan? Or what do you think?
I think we should skip it. I think we can skip
Okay.
it. Okay. Do you have announcement, Sheila?
Definitely. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Youth Champion Spring Semester. We love seeing you here again, and we love to see all of your beautiful and handsome faces. So thank you so much for being back. For the announcement, if you're an alumni, please put alumni before your name. If you're a student leader, please add SL before your name. And please make sure you turn on your cameras all the time. If ever you cannot do that or you cannot unmute yourself, if you were called, or yeah, if you cannot unmute yourself, just let our VA know, the attendance staff here named Johanna, just so you can be excused for not opening your camera and also being as yeah, if you cannot unmute yourself or if you cannot turn on your camera, just let our VA attendants named Johanna. Thank you. I'm gonna pass it on to you, Megan.
All right, awesome. Hi, everyone. It's so great to be back with you. Welcome to semester 2 of Youth Champions. Remind me, are all of you seniors in this class? No. Okay. Are you juniors? Juniors. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Last semester, junior year. Here we go. Um, Welcome back. So great to be with all of you today. I know we didn't get to spend a ton of time together last semester, but really excited to get to know each of you a little bit more this semester. So while we're waiting for folks to get settled and jump in, I'd love to hear in the chat. It's been a while since we've all been together. I would love to hear either a highlight from the last couple of months and or something that you are super proud of that you accomplished over the last couple of months since we've been apart. And if you could put that in the chat, that would be great while we're waiting for folks to get settled. And then we'll jump in. Okay. All right, y'all. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Are you popping in the chat? I see focus. Okay. All right, well, y'all are doing that. I'm gonna jump into some of our slides so that we can keep moving. I just want to confirm what time do we have until today?
Until 11:40.
until 11:40. Okay. So we're a little behind. We're going to squish a few things in today. All right. Sounds good. Today we're going to talk about mindset fundamentals. So we talked a lot about mindset last semester, and we're going to do the same to set this semester off. So today our learning objectives are really getting into, we're going to talk a little bit about what we learned last semester before we jump into talking about the importance of having vision and SMART goals and a refresher on BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. And we're also going to talk about growth mindset. So today is really about setting intentions for the rest of the semester as you go through the rest of junior year and really thinking about what do you want to get out of Youth Champions, but also what do you want to get out of yourself in this next semester? How do you want to learn and grow? What goals do you want to set? What do you want to accomplish? So on slide 3, if I could get slide 3, would love to spend a little bit of time learning from all of you. What stuck with you from last semester? So there were a lot of topics we covered. We talked about mindset, thinking like a champion, and what growth mindsets are. We talked about critical thinking, how to shift gears, how to ask great follow-up questions, to be curious and really hold deeper conversations. We talked about financial literacy. So we talked about buying a car and we also talked about loans. We worked on some business skills. So, how do we step into failure and look at failure as a point of learning versus an ending? How do we just go out there and really take initiative to start asking? We also talked about goal setting and time management. We talked about those big, hairy, audacious goals and prioritizing. And then we also talked about character. So, what is character and how do we build a life of character? And how do we also step into confidence and build self esteem? So, I'm curious to hear what is something that stuck with you from last semester? And please feel free to come off of mute. I'll tell you a little bit about how I roll with my classes. So I make space for people to be brave and volunteer and answer. And if nobody volunteers, then I start calling on people. So I'm gonna make a little bit of space for you to someone to volunteer, come off mute, share something that stuck with them over the last semester. Anything? Okay, Isabella, I'm curious. I see your note in the chat. I'm proud of learning more about myself and my goals. That's awesome. Would you be willing to come off of mute and share a little bit about what one of your goals eh, either was or is right now?
What stuck with me was the mindset and the goal setting.
Nice. That's awesome. I love to hear it. And is there any particular goal that you're working on right now?
Probably like getting good grades and having more patience and time management.
Woo! I love it. Those are 3 really good ones. Patience, time management, good and good grades. Huge goals. Awesome. Anybody else? Anything that stuck with you from last semester? Anything that you're proud of or that you're working on right now in terms of goals? How about David? Anything that you're working on right now?
Uh, I'm working more on like my mindset of how I do things, so like be more positive in a way.
Nice. Yes, positive mindset is huge. So important to set the stage for accomplishing goals. I love that. Thanks for sharing, David. All right. Anybody else want to share? America, what about you?
For me, it would have to be financial literacy because I do want to buy a car next
Nice.
year.
Nice. I love that goal. I love that goal. Huge. Okay, thanks for sharing. All right. Awesome. Well, we talked about a lot, and we're going to keep building on what we learned last semester, this semester. So if I can get slide 4, today we're really going to focus on setting ourselves up for this semester with some vision and goal setting. So there's a few different elements that are really important. First, you have to have a vision. You have to be able to think about something that you want to accomplish, whether that's great grades, whether that's getting a job or buying a car, whether that is more of a mindset or a way that you show up with others in terms of being patient or being more empathetic. You have to have a vision of what that could potentially look like. And it's really helpful, I find often, to actually envision, like, what does my future self look like if I accomplish these goals? That really helps me sink into the goal and focus on it a little bit more. Another thing that we talked about last semester is BHAGs, big, hairy, aspirational goals. So these are the goals that help you push out of your comfort zone. A lot of times, when it comes to goal setting, we can set goals that aren't big enough, that aren't bold enough, because we're maybe a little afraid of what it means to actually accomplish those goals or what it means to not accomplish those goals. But by not really going after that big thing that you really want and that you're not exactly sure when or what might happen in terms of accomplishing it, you sell yourself short and you can't reach those goals without setting and working towards it. And just because you don't achieve that goal in the amount of time that you think you're going to, or you get redirected, or something doesn't work out the way that you hoped, you can still keep working towards that big goal. So these big, hairy, aspirational goals are really, really important to have. And the third thing about setting goals is having SMART goals. So a lot of times we'll say something like, I'm going to give you an example of one of the things that I'm after in 2026. So I am a power lifter and I have been doing powerlifting competitions. I've done 3 so far. I got started in the last part of 2024, and then I did 2 last year, and I'm going to plan to do 2 more this year. And I have a big goal of hitting 700 pounds for all 3 of my lifts. And right now I'm at like 500 and some, which doesn't sound that far away, but I have got to do a lot of work in the gym to hit those goals. So I've got this big goal that I'm after. And to be honest, I don't know if I can hit it. I'm not sure if it's actually possible, but what I'm gonna do is work towards that goal. And so I'm thinking, okay, I have this competition in May and this is what I want to hit. And so then I work backwards. So what do I need to hit by this month? And what do I need to hit by this month? And what are the small goals? When do I add just 1 pound? Or if I'm not feeling it and I don't have a great week in the gym, then how do I move backwards and then try to move forward and keep that positive mindset around the goals? So my specific goal is 700 pounds. It's measurable because I know if I hit that 700 pounds that I have achieved that goal. It's relevant because it's this next level of lifting that I want to get to, and it's time bound. So I know there's a competition the end of April, and I have another one in October. I'm not going to hit it in April, but my goal is by October that I actually hit that. So it is also time bound. I have specific time on when I want to do that. So those are really important things to get really specific with goals so that you have a plan of how you're going to work towards these goals in order to make them happen. So I want you to think about this next semester. And in your workbooks, we've got a question for you. And this is more about looking over the last year or even the last semester. Describe a goal that you set and just take some time to reflect on how did it go? Did you meet the goal? Did you not meet the goal? What were some of the barriers? What helped you meet the goal? Take about 90 seconds to fill out this question, and then we'll come back and we're going to chat about this. Sound good? Okay. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to keep us moving just in the sake of time. Okay, great. And okay, so this next part is um, talking about growth mindset and expanding your comfort zone. So again, this is where that big, hairy aspirational goal comes in. And a couple things. So one is your big, hairy aspirational goal should scare you a little bit. It should make you, and maybe not scare, but like make you feel a little bit nervous, a little bit uncomfortable, because if you set a goal that you absolutely have know that without a doubt you can hit that goal, it's pushing you a little bit, but it's not really pushing you into this zone of growth. It's we have a tendency, right? Your brain is wired to keep you safe. So if you default to what your brain thinks is safe, it's going to keep you in that comfort zone. And jumping out of that comfort zone into the growth zone takes overriding your brain and overriding all of those things that it does to keep you really, really safe. Of course, you want to stay safe. We don't want you to get hurt, but we also want you to push just a little bit into this place where it's like, ooh, I don't know if I can actually hit that, but if I push my goal out a little bit further than that, even if I don't hit that, I might go further than I would have if I would have gone with that basic goal that I had before. Um, the other thing that I love, love, love to think about and keep in mind when I'm working on goals is this concept of fail. So FAIL. And the way that I think about fail is that it is the first attempt in learning. That's what I think fail should stand for. First attempt in learning. And looking at that, what can I learn from something that didn't go well or didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go? Just because it didn't go that way doesn't mean that there's great lessons to learn, that the effort wasn't worth it, that it's not going to happen in a different way at a different time. So being able to be okay with failure or hearing no or getting redirected, those are things that are a part of life, and the more that we get comfortable with that, the easier we're going to be able to bounce back from some of those fails and some of those rejections, and move forward. And again, these stretch goals, right? As I'm telling you right now, in my mind, I'm like, Is 700 pounds enough? I don't know. Maybe I should make that goal 750 and see what happens. That one feels really scary. That one feels definitely like it's out of my comfort zone. And so I'm even feeling like I'm challenging myself right now around what my goals are. And without these goals, thanks, Sheila. Without these goals, we just kind of show up and go through the reps and don't really, I mean, show up with purpose as much as we do by setting these actual goals. So, for our next workbook question, I would love for you to take some time to think about a recent moment when you chose comfort over challenge. And if you could rewind that moment, what small risk could you take instead? And how might that help you grow? I'm before you, just to kind of get your mind working a little bit on this. One of the things over the last several months, actually, my whole life I've struggled with this. One of the things that I have a little bit of a barrier in internally about is thinking too much before I reach out to someone that I might not know well or that I don't know at all, but I'm really interested in learning from them or having a conversation or sending them something that I'm curious about and want some feedback on. I think about it and I want to make it perfect. And so I sit on it and I sit on it and I don't send it. And every time I do this, there is often some sort of repercussion. First of all, usually it always goes well. 99% of the time, the other person that I ask says, yeah, of course, let's set up a time. Or I can't do it this month. Can we do it next month? Or yes, I can do that. I just can't do it right now. Can you check back in with me? So it's never really a no, straight up no. But if I would stop sitting and waiting on that ask so much, I would be able to have. There's a lot of opportunities that I missed because I was too nervous to even reach out. And so by not reaching out, there are jobs and opportunities and events and learnings that I've left on the table. And so that's a lesson I continue to learn still to this day. So that was a pretty general one. I want you to think of a really specific moment where you chose comfort over challenge and write that out in your workbook and what might happen if you had not chosen comfort. We'll give you about 90 seconds to do that. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Now we're going to talk about setting up for semester two. So, a few key points. Um, Practicing your mindsets and your goals and the things that you want to achieve in this next semester. This this is such a great opportunity and space to practice things like confidence and trying to push yourself out of your comfort zone with Youth Champion. So, a few things to be thinking about. So, discomfort is a signal of progress. If it feels a little ick, that's because you're growing and it's a beautiful thing. Staying curious, engaged, and consistent. Consistent is also a really important factor into getting more comfortable. So anything that you might be feeling discomfort with, if you keep that consistency with it, you will eventually get to that place of comfort with it. It will get so much easier, but you have to keep going and keep trying, keep failing, keep learning. And having this intentional focus is also really important. So, in your workbooks, I want you to think about over the next 12 weeks that we are working together. Can I get the next slide? Thank you. Okay. Over the next 12 weeks, where do you want to be? Where do you envision yourself coming out of this next 12 weeks? What are some of the mindsets that you need to practice each week to get there? So you can be thinking about, is there a goal you want to crush? Is there some sort of mindset that you want to continue to work on? It's usually both that come together working on. And what does that look like? So I'm going to give you about 90 seconds in your workbook to think about who you want to be 12 weeks from now, 3 months from now, as you are getting ready to wrap up junior year. Who do you want to be? And what do you want to practice in order to get there? And then from after you do write that out in your workbooks, we're going to go into breakout rooms for a few minutes so that you can share with each other what you're working on. Sound good? Okay. All right, crew. We're gonna go into breakouts and would love for everyone to share out what kind of person do you want to be in 12 weeks? What's that goal and what mindset are you gonna practice to get to that goal? YC. Okay, you good to go? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Well, you have 4 minutes, 4 minutes in breakout room. So, student leaders, alums, YC team, if you can watch the time and make sure that everybody gets a chance, that would be great.
All
And we'll
right.
see you back here. Requested access, but
Gotcha. I'll go ahead and follow up. I think it'd be great for you to go to the graduation. It's fun.
fun. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, how was the timing on that? Like, give me a thumbs up, thumbs like sideways, or thumbs down on timing. Timing was good? Okay, I see some sideways. Was it bad for anybody? Super bad? Okay. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Um, All right. I've been sitting here wondering what all the conversations are in these breakout rooms. Is anyone willing to share who they want to be in 12 weeks and what they're going to be working on with the full group? Okay, then it's my time to shine. I'm gonna call on a few folks. Okay. Jolene, what about you? Would you share?
The person I want to be in like these next 12 weeks is I want to be more positive and confident.
Love that. I love that, Jolene. And I'm curious, what are some things that you're gonna do to work on being more positive and confident?
Just like being more outgoing and like just not being so scared to speak up.
Yes, I love it. Is there anything in particular that you've been nervous about that you're like, "Ooh, I want to go after this and I'm gonna do this."
Not really, but like just like in class, like if I have something to say, like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm too shy to say it.
Perfect. You just work towards your goal this very minute. Can we get some like emojis going for Jolene? Nice work, Jolene. Thank you. All right, awesome. Let's see here. Richard, what about you?
I said that at the end of the 2 weeks, I want to be able to be able to run like 2 miles without getting tired, and some mindset I want to do is run around the park to help increase my stamina.
Yes, I love this goal. So specific. 2 miles without getting tired. Richard, tell me, when you think about the next 12 weeks, what are some of the steps that you're going to take to get to that 2 miles and be able to crush it?
Um, Run.
Yes. Okay. I love it. Okay. And are you gonna do, I know a lot of runners do sort of like a build up, like they'll do like a half a mile or 7 mile, or they'll do like today I'm gonna run, walk, or I'm gonna do hills. Like, do you have kind of a program that you're thinking about working?
Run like run around the waterfront park.
Nice. Okay. Awesome, Richard. I cannot wait to check back in on this in 12 weeks and see what's up. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make a little bit of space. Anybody else want to share before I call on one more person? Okay. Wait, Jason, do I see a hand raised?
That was Jose's hand.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Okay, so where's Jose? Where's Jose? Not on the screen. Jose, where are you at? Jose, would you be willing to share?
Yeah, but Jason has to share after.
Okay, love this deal. Heck yes. Okay, let's do it.
A goal that I want to be at is just having more patience and having like goals I complete more.
Yeah, I love that. And Jose, tell me a little bit more about patience. Like, is it patient with yourself? Is it patient with others? Progress? Tell me, what do you need to be more patient with?
I think patient on whatever I have going on because then everything just starts cluttering up.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah, fair, fair. And when you say everything starts cluttering up, can you talk a little bit more about that? What do you mean by that?
like um like I have a schedule, and then since I like don't take the time on to certain things, it like makes everything just all bunch up. And
Yeah,
then yeah,
yeah, like pile up and then you're like, whoa, overwhelmed by all of it. Yeah, okay, so taking some time to like be thoughtful about your schedule and what you're putting in it and what you're accomplishing and checking off that list. I love it. Okay, Jose. Um, let's get into it. No time like this time, right now, getting started. Okay. All right. Okay, and we're coming back to Richard. No, to Jason. Sorry. Coming back to Jason. Jason, what's up?
Um, the kind of person I want to be in these next 12 weeks is just take the knowledge to be like mentally prepared for any problems like financially that I could have later in life.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. So I'm hearing a couple of things. So on one side, it's about how do I develop that mental strength? And then on the other side, I hear it's specifically about the financial piece of it. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Well, I feel like if you're struggling financially, I think that could really affect somebody mentally. Like they're just gonna think like, um, how
Yeah.
can I, what can I do to,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I love that, Jason. That's such a good one. And it's so true. Those things are so intertwined with each other, right? Like the finances aren't good. That can put you in a mental state that's not good. And it can be almost like self-fulfilling because then it's like, ooh, you can get down. But if you work on that mental strength, right? And think about, all right, what are ways that I can navigate this and get to a place that I feel financially well. That's huge. I love that, Jason. That's really good. Um, all right. I'm looking at the clock. We've got time for one more person. Does anybody else want to share? Valerie, I saw you move your hand, so I'm just gonna ask you.
What I put on my wish list is that I want to be dedicated and I want to be focused.
Okay, the audio's a little bit hard to hear. I heard focus at the end.
Yeah, I want to be a dedicated person and focused, having a great mindset.
Yes, I love that. Okay, and what's one thing that you're going to do to practice that?
And maybe challenge myself and trying to push myself to completing all my work.
Nice. Nice. All right. I love it. All right, crew. Nice work setting these goals today. You are going to crush them. I have no doubt. If you ever need if you have any questions or need anything in order to support you, if you need anything from me to support you, let me know over this next semester. We're going to keep checking in on these goals. And we're going to talk about what we've got coming up now. So, we have got some really exciting stuff. So, I know from reading some feedback from last semester, people really loved when we talked about the different financial aspects of life. And so, next week we're going to be talking about stocks, bonds, and real estate, which is we're going to be understanding what does it mean to invest? What are the basics? How do they contribute to long-term growth? We're going to talk about building wealth through ownership and lending and what it looks like to build appreciation. We're also going to go through some real world examples and help you build confidence within your financial decisions as well. So, pretty interesting class next week that will be super helpful. This is something that I wish I would have learned a lot more about in high school. So looking forward to jamming with all of you on that next week. And we've got some really exciting events coming up as well that we would, oh, should we, okay, before we talk about those though, my bad, I skipped ahead. I got ahead of myself. I want to give you a little bit of time to finish the questions in your workbook and fill out your survey. So take about, ooh, can we give 60 seconds? Let's give 90 seconds. Let's give 90 seconds. We'll give you the full time. So complete your questions, fill out that survey, and then we'll talk about what's coming up right after that. right. All right. Here are some exciting things coming up. So, there is going to be a field trip to Junior Achievement Finance Park. Has anyone been there already? Can I get a like thumbs up if you've been there? I see some head nods. Thumbs up. Okay, cool. A few people. So, there's two different dates, February 17th and 14th. So that's coming up quick. RSVP deadline was January 19th. Is that right, everybody?
Sorry. That's
Okay.
yeah, this one I haven't edited. Yeah, this one. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
January 30th.
Okay,
That
January
one.
30th. So you've got about you got a week yet to RSVP for that one. Then the Ignite speaker series, really great speaker coming up, Miller McCoy on February 2nd. The RSVP for that one is January 30th as well. And then we are also interested in the college match program. So if you're currently involved in a college match program, can you please fill out the form that they popped in the chat? And then the most important thing of the hour is the Wall of Earners and doing a little celebrating. Congratulations, everybody that earned from last semester from cohort 11. Really great work. Abigail, Jason, Andrew, Ashley, Martin, Hugo, Richard, Kimberly, Jose, Jolene, Caitlin, Angel, Corelli, America, Yalitza, Eileen, Johanna, Isabella, Valerie, Rochelle, and I'm okay. Is it Tui Lone?
Two yet.
Two yet loan? Okay. Congratulations, everybody. Really nice work. Really proud of all of you for all the hard work that you put into last semester. If we're missing anybody from this list, please let us know. And apologies if we did that, but we are so proud of all of you, and I can't tell you how pumped I am to spend a little bit more time with you this semester. And gosh, I cannot, 12 weeks feels very far away, but it's going to happen so quickly. So, one piece of advice for each and every one of us is what is one thing that you can do in the next 24 hours, even better if it's still today, to work towards that goal? Because if you get that momentum going, keep trudging towards it. I'm going to the gym tonight. I'm going to lift hard. I'm going to have sore legs tomorrow. I urge all of you to keep working towards your goal in the next few hours so that you can get that momentum rolling, okay? All right, crew, have a great rest of it's almost a great rest of the day and have a great weekend and we'll see y'all next week.
See you all. Thank you so much, Megan. Please send
Thanks,
an emoji
everybody.
before.